Hello, Gemini. I am the Oracle Empress, and this is your general reading for the month of April for Sun, Moon, and Rising. You are welcome to check your chart for other placements and check out the readings for those. I've had a little trouble getting the air sign readings out. Hopefully the technology will start to cooperate with me this time, and I'll be able to get y'all's readings out. I'm so excited to be reading for you. I am new to YouTube, and I am so grateful for all of the zodiac signs welcoming me to this new platform. So let's see what Spirit has for you today. Got a lot of communication rushing in, information coming very quickly, and it looks like there's someone from your past that you gave up on, and they have something to talk to you about or something to say to you, and they are rushing in to have a conversation with you. So it could be someone that you knew in the past. It could be a friend. It could be a relative that you are no longer speaking to. It could be a love interest. But this person is rushing back, or you may be rushing back. Remember with readings that it could be vice versa. So the actions could be maybe the character has the actions, but the actions are really yours, or you are to have those actions, but the actions are really the character. So it can flip-flop. So that's because we're reading energies, and sometimes it's difficult to tell who is who. We're just able to read those energies. But there is some communication coming in from this person. I mean, they are rushing in really, really quickly, having a lot to say. But you've already gotten clarity on this situation. You already have your mind made up about the situation. And this person, whatever happened between you before, it caused you some sleepless nights, and you had a lot of difficulty. So it could be a person that you had a conversation with, and they didn't give you the information that you needed. That caused even more confusion or even more uncertainty, and you really weren't sure what was going on with this person, or why they acted a certain way, and or why they didn't tell you the truth in the beginning. So they are rushing in. You're going to get some type of communication from them. Some of you are. Some of you are just not going to even deal with it. You're not going to pick up the phone. You're not going to look at the text. You've already blocked them. And so you don't have any, you're not having a conversation with them. I don't feel like this person is going to have anything good to say. So I don't feel like they're coming back for an apology at all. It looks as if they are just trying to push their case even more, and that's going to irritate you. So it's probably best for some of you, if that's what you have in mind, then I think that's probably your gut telling you to ignore this person and to let it go. I don't see anything here that's saying that they have anything really good to say. They could be a fire sign. They could be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. And you may also be possibly dealing with an Aquarius. You have a lot of swords here. So you could be dealing with an air sign. Let's get some information from the oracles and see what they have to say. Thank you, Spirit, for your messages for Gemini. There's a lot of movement, a lot of conversation, a lot of talking. And of course, Gemini, you know, that's your MO when it comes to your sun sign. You are a very good communicator, and you appreciate communication. This person really doesn't. All right, you got two cards that fell out. Let me see if I can get one more. You have one that fell. Let me grab it for you really quickly. And it is Start Claiming Who You Truly Are card. So you've got 3 from this deck. All right, so what I'm getting from the cards that just came out from the Oracle is that you do not need to let this person upset your peace. You need to just keep moving like you're doing. Don't stop. Don't do anything extra for this person when they come back. I mean, you know, you've had enough of it already. You've already tried to get them to communicate with you at one point. They weren't interested. Now that they are, you know, coming back and rushing in with something to say, it's not anything that you really want to hear. It's just a bunch of, you know, it may even be harsh communication. They may be blaming you for something because they're pretty confused themselves. So just keep your own peace. You know, Spirit is saying, don't let them get to you. Just, you know, relax. It's also saying that it's important for you to meditate, to know who you are, to really go within. A lot of you try to meditate and you find it difficult, and Spirit is saying just find other ways. You know, there's a lot of different ways that you can meditate and go within. Some people don't sit crisscrossed and close their eyes. Some people just stare into space and just are quiet and give themselves an opportunity to be still. And so finding different ways to meditate is perfect. It's saying here that you want a person that is going to come into your life by accident, but that stays on purpose. And so it feels like that you are wondering why this person was in your life in the first place, what kind of lesson that you needed to learn. And Spirit is saying just go within, just think about you, what you are learning on your own, and you don't need to have a conversation with this person to figure that out. There is someone for you, and at some point in the right time, that person is going to be coming. And so Spirit just wants you to understand that and know that there is someone for you that's going to be coming into your life for you to have that opportunity to have love, just as if, just like you want it to be. But this person wasn't it, and not to worry about why they weren't it, just to, you know, take it for what it was. That saying, you know, it is what it is, it was what it was, let it be, because Spirit has other things for you. So let's see. Let's take a look at the energy oracles. And I think I'm getting pulled over to the Angel Tarot as well. So I think I'm going to pull that for you guys. Some of you are having dreams. You're seeing things in your dreams. Those are messages from Spirit. And Spirit wants you to keep a journal close to you and write your dreams down, because that's how they're able to communicate. Because some of you are really, really busy. You're talking, communicating a lot. And Spirit is saying it's difficult to get to you during the waking hours. You're not, you're distracted. And so it's hard for them to get messages to you. They're constantly giving you information and you're like, huh? You know, you have no idea. So Spirit is saying, pay attention to your dreams. You have the Appreciation card, the Goddess of the Moon card, and a Contract card. So I'm really feeling right off that this contract has several different meanings for several different people that are tuning in. So initially, the first feeling I'm getting from contract is that some of you had a contract with this person. There was a contract. You agreed at some point that you would meet here on Earth and that you would go through this situation for specific lessons. And so that's what Spirit is saying. It is specific lessons for you. But there's also lessons for this person. That you are a lot more awoke or awake than the other person is. And so not to worry about their lessons. They will get their lessons the best way that they can. You've gotten yours and you need to keep it moving. The second thing is that some of you are breaking a contract, you're leaving a position, or you're canceling a contract. So, for example, if you're working for a specific company and there's a contract for your duration of your job, you are breaking that contract to leave and go to another company. Other people, you're about to sign a contract or you just signed a contract. Some of you are getting a contract number for something that you need to do business, or for a product or something that you're issuing or that you're selling. So that's what I'm getting from that. What it's saying about appreciation is that it's important that you appreciate the time that you had with this person and the lesson that you learned from dealing with this past person, because there are lessons that the Spirit wanted you to gather from this relationship or from this friendship or whatever that it was. And so Spirit just wants you to look back on it and to be appreciative of it and say, hey, I'm very glad that I had this opportunity to learn what I learned. So you can move on and take it with you into the next relationship that's going to be a lot better for you. With the Goddess of the Moon, this is a very spiritual card to me. When I see this, it reminds me of the High Priestess. And in some instances, it can be the Empress, because it's a very spiritual feminine energy that really is connected to Spirit. And so either some of you are very connected, some of you aren't, and it's not because you don't want to, it's because you're distracted. And so Spirit is wanting you to step into a opportunity to get quiet so that you can connect and be able to get the messages that they're giving you. They're guiding you, but it's very difficult for you to hear the instructions because you're so distracted. So for some of you, you are rising up into this. You're coming into the High Priestess. Some of you are able to do what I do. You're empaths, you're clairvoyant, you're able to read energy, you're able to feel energy, and you're able to hear messages. And so Spirit wants you to own that and step into that. Those of you who are not connected, it's time. It's 2020. Spirit is saying, get on with it. What are you waiting for? We have some stuff for you to do. We have some information for you. We have messages. Get it together. Step it up. Get yourself together. We're trying to help you. We need you to listen. Stop being so distracted. So some of you may need to calm yourselves down, get off of social media for a while. Stop all the phone calls and the phone messages. Some of you, I see you on the phone all the time. When you get off one conversation, you're on another, and you're not really having an opportunity to have some quiet time by yourself where you're staring in space or meditating traditionally. It doesn't matter how you do it. Spirit wants you to get to that point where you're able to sit quiet and listen. They have a lot of messages for you, and you are very spiritual. There is a lot of spiritual energy around you. You have it all throughout your bloodline. And so Spirit is wanting you to connect to that and not to worry about how or the right way to do it. Spirit just wants you to get connected. It's almost as if they're saying that you have read every book there is. You've looked at every documentary or whatever it is that you do to learn about Spirit. They say enough is enough. You've got the knowledge. We just need you to sit and be quiet and give us an opportunity to talk to you and to share the information that we have for you. So they want you to listen and to really move into becoming the goddess of the moon. The moon is a very sacred planet. It rules the emotions. It rules the waters. And water is connected to Spirit, the flow of Spirit, the energy of Spirit, and how it moves throughout the earth and moves throughout us. So that's a very important message for you. And you have all tied up as well. And so when I see this card, it's really, if you look at her, she is not in any kind of distress. She could easily untie herself. It's in her head. It's in her thoughts. And so get out of your head and get into your heart and allow the Spirit to speak to you and give you messages. So open up your heart to Spirit. Get out of your head. And I know that can be difficult because you are an air sign, and that is the natural thing to do, is to really rely on your thoughts and also to rely logically on what you see and what you know. But Spirit is saying, rely on what we show you. Rely on your clairvoyance. Rely on your spiritual eyes and ears. And you're going to need to use your heart chakra to tap into that. All right, let's see what the angels and ancestors have to say. Surround yourself with protective energy. So some of you may have a lot of negative energies that are coming against you through other people. It could be coming through other spiritual situations with other people. For example, you have people that have a lot of, they've been with a lot of people, or they've subjected themselves to opportunities to connect energetically to people that has caused them to grab energy that's negative and pull that into their energy. And if you're around them, it's kind of like it'll hop on you, you know. And so Spirit wants you to protect yourself, protect your home. You might want to wear some type of protective jewelry, like I have my protective beads here. So anytime I'm doing a reading, because energy is so fluid and can move, I want to make sure that I'm protected from energies as I'm reading, so that I don't pull anything into my home as I'm doing the readings. So you may want to find something like this, or a necklace that you can wear that will allow a protective energy to come to surround you and to surround your home. I know a Gemini who does that. You do have love coming to you and abundance coming to you if you open your heart and you listen and you tap into messages from the Spirit. You have a lot of abundance coming to you, and there's quite a few options for love. One of the options for love you already know is someone that you've already been dealing with, that you've had a taste of. I'm feeling that that person is not somebody that you're really wanting to go further with, but you've had an opportunity to kind of test it out, and you're like, I don't know. You have several other people. See the apples here? You have several other choices of people to bring into your life romantically. And so that's really awesome, and you have a lot of leaves on these trees. That's money. So there's a lot of opportunities for you to increase your income. But Spirit is saying, get on it. Some of you are just not moving fast enough because you're not getting those messages. Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. Some of you, like I said, you have a lot of spiritual gifts. They run in your bloodline, but you're not tapped into them. So you need to start meditating. You need to start getting to a point where you can allow your gifts to come to fruition, because you have a lot to offer the spiritual realm. And Spirit wants you to use your gifts. Let's see what the angel answers have to say. If you have a question in mind, go ahead and ask your question. I'll pull 3 cards from this deck for you. You have get more information. So something that you've been wondering about, Spirit is wanting you to investigate it a little bit more and get more information. Some of you need to get more information about one of the people, one of the apples that you're interested in. You need to find out more about them before you dive into it. Some of you need more information about a position. You need to find out more information to figure out if it's something that's going to work for you. Some of you need to recover, or you have someone in your life that's going through recovery. They are recovering from a heartbreak that had them really upset, caused a lot of disruption that kept them up at night. And so either that's you or that's another person that's in your life. In the near future. So something wonderful is on its way in the near future. I also feel that that is connected to the lady. Prosperity and love are on their way to you. It says in the near future. If you would like that to come into your life now instead of in the near future, it would be a great idea for you to see yourself already with one of these apples, with one of these options, and already having that money and living that life. All right, so I was pulled to the angel cards. We have a little bit of time, so I'm going to take a look at those for you and see what those messages are. I was drawn to go to those for you earlier. Your angels and your guides really are trying to get to you. They have a lot of information for you. I might have to do a bonus video for you guys because there's a lot of energy here for you guys. Spirit really wants to help you and wants to work with you. Some of you just are about to sign a new contract with a new position. Some of you just got an offer. Some of you don't have the offer, don't want to take it because you just don't have enough information. And so that's what this card is coming up for, to get more information. All right, you have the Page of Coins or the Page of Earth, which is good because that's money. That's a message about income, or a message about a job, or a message about some money coming to you. Maybe you're going to get a new opportunity. You're going to sign that contract and get that raise. You have Six of Air or Six of Swords. So that's good because things are going to be looking better for you. It's almost as if you're coming out of a difficult situation. You also may be going out of town, taking a trip. Some of you may be getting on a boat, maybe going to a friend. They may have a yacht, or you may be taking a cruise. I know some of you are like, no, I'm not going anywhere, it's because of all the scare with the virus, but you're fine. You're going to be covered. So you could take that boat trip, or you could take that cruise. You'd be fine. Your next card is the Three of Earth or the Three of Coins. And this is a really good card for you to really tap into your gifts. And you had a card that was really asking you to do that, to tap into the gifts that you have. You're very talented. You may have some spiritual gifts that you're not using. And Spirit is saying, get on with it. We've given you those gifts and we want to see you use them. It's time. You're ready. Some of that also may have to do with the new job that you're getting, or the job that you're in, because you do really well. You give high quality work. And so you may be getting some recognition for that. And then we have balance. Balance. So being able to balance your life, being able to balance out your money, making sure that you're doing things in the right timing, not rushing to do anything, and not going too slow, procrastinating. Just having that balance and knowing when to do what it is that you need to do to walk forward and get into your blessing and into the prosperity that Spirit has for you, as well as the options of love that you have. Some of you are spending too much money, or you are eating too many sweets, or you're doing things that are out of moderation, and you need to, slow things down, where you are doing everything on a balance. And so you're not overeating, you're not undereating, you're not spending too much money. You're just making sure that you have a balanced budget, and you're able to cooperate and compromise, and make sure that you are able to live your life in a situation where everything is balanced and it's going the way that it should. But what's going to help you do that is listening to Spirit and being able to get into a state of meditation, or to sit somewhere by yourself and just have that quiet time so you can hear and contemplate. And that way, as Spirit is talking to you, you'll be able to listen. So that's all I have for you, Gemini. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your messages for April. I look forward to seeing you back again. And thank you for subscribing and liking my channel. And there is a bell. If you hit that bell, you'll get a notification that lets you know the next time that I'm going to be posting a reading. Thank you again. I send you blessings. Have a wonderful week. Namaste.